Right, ready to remove the drive sprocket. Little tab washer there. And what is that? 7/16. Also got the probably can't see. Just got the crank locked off in the normal way. I think this is normal thread. Again, that's pretty tight. Need a puller. Well, that didn't take much. Sprocket. Which looks okay. And a woodruff key. I'm just going to need a little tappy tap. A big tappy tap. That's a tight, I'm sure. Get that off in there. I don't want to come off. One woodruff key. Just need a bit of clean up on that. Oh, is there a spacer there? Or is that the bearing? Oh, perhaps that's the bearing. Oh. Look like there's a little spacer on there. Right, so that's that off. I'll get that bagged up, keep those bits together. And I think we're back on the other side. Right, back on the generator side. So I've got 2 Allen screws and 3 flathead screws. Flathead? Slot screws. The sun must be getting to me. There's a little bit of under here really. Not going to work. There. Okay, that's got the clutch mechanism in there. Can leave that all in place for now. I'll just give that a clean up, degrease at a later date. Right, drive sprocket, which again got a little tab washer there to deal with. If I'll keep still. It's looking a bit worn actually, that sprocket. Yeah, gonna need a new one. Put that on the list. Right, I'm going to have to lock this up. I think I'm going to have to find the drive chain to do that. And clamp it. I don't know why I was thinking about using a chain, really. Just got the impact gun on it. Easy. Right, so that can now come off. Sprocket and tab washer. Yeah, that sprocket is pretty worn. That's fairly well hooked. So we'll be needing a new one of them for sure. Right, is there a little shim there? Or is that just... Oh no, it's the space. I think there's a spacer, isn't there, that come through there? Yeah. Yeah. Right, so now just all the crankcase screws to come undone. Not forgetting these two up here. And yeah, then we can split it. I won't bore you with me undoing all them. I'll just bring you back when we're ready to split it. Right, so a little tappy tap. Red hematite is pretty good stuff. Yeah, start. Right, we'll do that front. Start there. Just the front we want to separate. Oh, that's good. So just this last bit here. No, that's there. Should come away. Get hold of something. Oops, wrong end. I don't want to let go. There we go. There we have it. Actually not too bad in there. Feels a little bit graunchy. Right. Stay there. Right, I'll get this out now. Let me. Nope. That might need a little persuasion. Nylon. Oh, there we go. There we go. He says. Looks like that's got hot there. Right, we'll have a closer look at all these bits in a minute. Let's just get cleaned up first. Oh, well, one thing, I couldn't spot any shims, which I'm sure they're supposed to be, unless they've dropped and I couldn't see them drop out, but yeah, nothing on there, nothing on there. Strange. Yeah, weird. Right, get this gearbox apart. Right, let's have a look. Oh, well, that bit came out easy enough, didn't it? Can we get that out? Nope. I really need another box. I think this just taps out, doesn't it? Spring on there. Yeah. Like that. Main shaft. That will just need tapping out of the bearing. He says. Is that moving? No, they ain't. Well, that's pretty tight on there. I suppose it does come out that way. Or does it come out this way? Circle it there. Come back to that, I think. This is all just held in with a couple of bolts. Yeah, I think I need to get this on something a bit more firm. I can get that out. Do I really need to take that out? Probably not. I think I might just leave that in place. That I want to get out because that bearing sounds a bit, you'll probably hear it, Yes, I think I'll probably do all the bearings. Come on, you bugger. It's so oily. That one's outside. Come on. Take the other side. Now, quick clean up. Yeah, that I'm going to have to strip down. That's not very free at all. Crank bearings. Well, that side doesn't seem too bad, although I might as well replace them. I think one of these was not very good. Oh yeah, that outer bearing. That one is a bit crunchy, and that one is definitely, you can probably hear it. Yeah, that one definitely needs replacing, and I might just do these bushers as well. I think that one seems okay, but this one is a little bit of, seems to be a little bit of wear in it. Yeah, so that's that. So it's bearings and seals, and yeah. Yep, that's definitely that has actually been, how do I see it over there? There's actually some wear in there. Oh, on the actual conrod, you can see where that's been chafing against the flywheel. So I'm going to get a new conrod kit. I have actually got a new old stock conrod, which I've had for years. I think I did intend putting this in my D1 when I had it. Never got round to it and sold the D1. But yeah, that is, I don't know what condition that is like under that old grease. I've no idea. I might actually have to clean that and re-grease that. Yeah, but these are, I think these are different. I think you can fit these in the later flywheel, but you can't fit the later rods in the early ones. So I think I might hang on to this one, just in the case. You never know. But yeah, that will need needs a bit of a clean up and re-greasing. Yeah. So I'm going to have to split this. I'm going to have to make a little jig up. I think I know how to make one because I've had a look at, well, I followed Retro Mechanica. He made a a jig for splitting, so I'll just follow his pattern. That seems to work. I think he also made one for putting it back together as well. But yeah, so if you want to set, I think he actually shows you on his site how to make the press, or how he made the press, or the jig that presses the two halves together, but not the splitter part. But you can actually quite easily see how it's made. So I will just follow what he's done. I won't show that, there's no point. You might as well have a look at his channel and have a look on there. Yeah, so it's Retro Mechanica, and if you look at his series art, it's called Bantix, where he rebuilds the Bantam. You'll see it on there. Yeah, well, I think when I put these back together, I think I am going to use hematite, red hematite that is, because there are so many dings in here. And red hematite is what was on there, and it sealed it up. Yeah, that one especially, although that probably wouldn't leak from there anyway. Where was it? Let's see, there's some here, where the case has been prized apart. There, really bad one there. You see this? Yeah. Couple there, another bad one there. Yeah, all the way around really. I think there was one, that one there, I'm pretty sure if I put a straight edge against that, that would be right the way through. Yeah, someone shoved a screwdriver right in there. Yeah, but I know red hematite works on these old engines, so that is what I will be using. If it works, I'll change it. Yeah, I don't really like soda. Anyway, yeah, I'll through wear marks. I'm guessing that is wear mark from the crank in there. Don't think that's machining marks. And there's definitely some in this half. Here, flywheel has actually been rubbing against there, so that would probably explain, or that would be the reason why there was no shims. It's been rubbing against there. I kept thinking I'd taken this engine apart, but I don't think I have. I think I must be getting confused with the D1 that I had. I had the D1 trials. The proper one, many years ago, and that I know I definitely stripped. That's why I got that con rod I never used. Yeah, I think I only did the top end on this. Yeah, so yeah, that's got to come out. That doesn't need to come out. Bearing needs to be pressed, all these bearings and seals need to come out, so that'll be the next thing to do. Yeah, and then a bit more cleaning up, get rid of the rest of this hematite on there. And yeah, crank. Right, bearings are all out. Most of them I could do with a press. It's just this one here. Before you get the inner one out, before you can press the inner one out. Just had to get that out. So I've got a slide hammer with a pairing puller. So yeah, that came out quite easy. Just heated the cases up with a hot air gun, and yeah, they all came out fairly easily. So just need to order some new bearings. To replace them, new seals, new con rod is on order, and piston is, I have the piston, and the barrel is down with the reborers. In the end I did take the gear selector mechanism off there, just to make it easy to press the bearings out. And yeah, I've still got to measure these bushes, see if I need to replace these or not. If I can find some spec on them, that is. Yeah, so that's where we are. Right, just had a little measure. Actually the lay shaft bushes and the lay shaft itself is fine. Yeah, the shafts are okay on both main and lay. The only bit of wear is in this Prorogive gear bush bore, and that should be between 0.5 and 0.501, and I've got well, a little bit of a taper in there. It's bigger one end as the other. I think I've got 0.506 that end and 0.504 that end, so it's a little bit more wear there, which you'd expect up this end. So yeah, if I do replace any bushes, that will need to be those, unless you can get these with bushes already in. I shall have to have a look and see what I can get hold of. Yeah, lay shaft is fine anyway, it's just the main shaft. Yeah, I did just use the old digital verniers. Did just check with a sanity check with the old micrometer, though that is a metric one. So it just has to convert that. But, yeah, it's all looking okay.